First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions.
Defending NFC North champion,
On the visitor's sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. These guys come in here winners of 2 straight. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he's up past the 20 with the 22-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
27-yard line.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 1 yard to go on third down.
A gain of 8 yards. It's third down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37.
On the give, it's Warren. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Now Rodgers. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
DJ Reed there defensively.
Here's Rodgers to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Lions nothing.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
Goff's pass.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Goff.
40-yard line.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the 50, it's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
From the gun, here's Goff. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
Jack Fox in punt formation.
There is a hush indeed. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Returning is Peppers. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steelers offense and their running back Jaylen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, how about this? It's a fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 21 carries, 92 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
DJ Reed on the
You talk about this Lions defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
For a Steelers 1st down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Steeler 1st down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
And 2.
Gone. And he's going to be the backfield. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Nice little juke. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A gain of 12. 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late.
Pass interference.
That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Warren. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain or 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll lift and throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That is on the 3-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. That's on the former first-rounder, Taylor Decker. From his goal line here, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here comes Peppers. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for us.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his things in this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The Lions had 8-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Goff. Throw out wide is incomplete. Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after 6. Let's get through, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
Second and 7.
Rodgers now to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's Rodgers. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
They'll run it. Warren. And they can't bring him down. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Warren looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Thielen from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Steelers.
Back to throw. Goff. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking for Austin, intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Goff now looking to throw. He spots his tight end Keen over the middle. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. This 2nd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw is gone. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Goff now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Goff. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
16 brings up 4th down.
Bates' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
DJ Reed on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
At the 29-yard line.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
Roughing the passers. Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
11. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Now Rodgers. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Steelers first down.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Warren. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Warren again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33.
He's taken down at the 30.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuff then.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
The tight end in motion right.
2nd and 3.
Rodgers going to throw.
40-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Rodgers again now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Goff. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Jameson Williams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers.
1st down. It's Warren. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brought down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage is too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. This pass down the field for Gibbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Complete to Jalen Warren. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
36-yard line.
That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Steelers first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
2 yards on the pickup there.
Brings up second and
it'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 20. Jack Fox.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
51 yards, the gain on the play. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Warren. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out now come the Lions. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The Lions will set up
Goff looking to throw. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
26.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. A little juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That stop made by Jack Campbell. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably run this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 8, 2:13 remaining. And they need to go 98 yards, the same distance John Elway went back in 1987 as they come up on first down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Goff setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Goff now to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended for Dalton.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
now it's gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
The 27-yard line.
Now Goff. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
With just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. A big play looming on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
The Lions will set
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And the defense here giving him no recourse but to get out of bounds after a gain of just a yard. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up and overcome it.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And
he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Steelers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week